Hey GP learners, in this video I'm going to show you how you can use TeamNet to integrate with your personal calendar. It's dead easy to do and it can have a lot of benefits in terms of you being able to see a lot of the things that you're up to, and as a result of that make your life just a little bit easier. In order to do so, you simply have to log into TeamNet and then go to the diary section. Once you've done that, you'll see a page that looks fairly similar to this. Important to note at the top is the filter options that allow you what you do and do not see when you import your calendar. I would recommend that you have mainly the meetings and absences recorded, because those are the two main things that many people go to. If your organization does have other things on your calendar worth having that clicked, invited to just limits that to stuff that's very relevant to yourself. For example, other organizations that may have invited you to other meetings. Important to know what you're clicking and then to narrow it down, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Simply, you scroll down to the bottom of the screen and the main button that you need to be aware of is synchronize your calendar. Now, it's important to remember when you synchronize your calendar, this only lets you see the entries in your own personal one. This does not allow you to add entries from your personal calendar into TeamNet. It doesn't go both ways. But still being able to see can be quite useful, particularly since unfortunately TeamNet doesn't have a great mobile view or app that allows you to see this effectively. When you want to add TeamNet to your Google Calendar, it's really easy to do. Simply, you click on the Synchronize Your Calendar button at the bottom left-hand part of the screen, and when you do so, a pop-up will open. This actually gives you instructions on how to do it for Outlook, but it's pretty much the same when you do it on Google Calendar. An important thing to notice is these two checkboxes at the bottom, the one that says show diary items not recommended for me and show diary items recommended for me. These are the things that will allow you to see how much information you get. So if you have both of them ticked, you will see everything. So that's stuff for yourself as well as stuff for other people in the organization. That can be really useful if you plan your leave by doing the things on TeamNet. So you could see, for example, when your partners are off and plan your holiday on that basis. However, the downside of doing that is that you see everything from everybody in the organization, and that can clearly create a lot of noise on your calendar. As I said, there's a little hack for doing this, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But in order to put this information into your Google Calendar, simply all you have to do is copy the URL that you've got here. So I'm going to do it for both of them. Copy, close that, and then go to your Google Calendar. So this is my Google Calendar. As you've seen, it's a few months in advance, so it looks a little bit empty, and I've clicked off everything else that's on mine. I've already imported these calendars into mine, as you can see here in the bottom left-hand corner. So I've got Wellspring Team Me, and I've got Wellspring TeamNet All. But in order to add the calendar, you just go to the Other Calendars section in the bottom left-hand corner, click on Other Calendar, and From URL. Once you click on that, it'll ask you to paste the URL into Google Calendar. And when you do that, it will import the calendar, and it will look something like this. So it gives you information of what you want to do. I would not recommend making it open to other people. And you can also change settings if you go back into it from here, including changing the name, because it may look a bit weird when you integrate it for the first time. But I mentioned earlier that there's a little hack for doing this. So from my perspective, the best thing to do is to import one of each. So have one calendar that is just all your information and one calendar that is everybody's information. And then simply you can choose what you see when you need to. So I normally would have my calendar visible all the time along with my normal stuff. And as you can see, by clicking that, I've now got that leave that I put in for April time registered on my Google Calendar. If I want to then see other people's stuff, for example, when my partners or other doctors in the practice are off, so I can plan when I want to request my leave, I can then simply click on the Wellspring TeamNet All, and as a result of that, I will see when other people are off. So I'm going to do that now, but you will see a bit of blurring, I'm afraid. And as you can see, it's imported all that information. It's still got mine. It has duplicated because of the fact it's considered a separate calendar. As you can see, we've got some other entries here, which are other people's leave that they have requested. And then when I've done what I need to do, I'll just click that off to reduce the noise. Now, clearly at busier times of the year, there can be a lot of information on there. There can also be other meetings and stuff depending on how you use TeamNet in your calendar. I hope you guys have found this really useful. If you want to check out the video that I show you how to do this for Outlook, make sure you do that, and you can see that coming up right now. In addition, I'd love to hear your comments and questions on this if you want to, and as always, I'm available on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, as ever. Love a review if you can leave that either on the podcasting platform that you may be listening to this, or if this is on YouTube, please leave a comment down below. And as always, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of all of our content first and foremost. Otherwise, you're missing this kind of stuff. And as always, guys, we're here to save you and your patients time by tech enhancing your primary care and learning. Catch you in the next episode.